like Super 8,
Mm-hmm.
which is also J.J. Abrams.
Yeah, Super 8. I didn't like that one.
No, I couldn't even tell you what that was about. It was just a movie with kids.
Yeah. But I will say that I have faith in Game of Thrones ending because I know that there's been a lot of like kind of sneaky stuff that I don't really understand, like with Bran and with I
Yeah.
don't think they're just gonna like disregard all that. There's still a lot of things that it's like not really explained that is hopefully gonna have some like big impact on things.
Did you expect Sam
To tell him?
Yeah, did you expect that in the episode that we saw? Because I
No.
expected that to come a little later.
No, and I thought he was going to be so like hesitant about it, but I'm really actually happy that he's just like, nope, I'm telling him now. It's important to do it now. Sam's the only smart one left.
Did you yes. Did you also think like that Jon Snow accepted that fact pretty easily?
Yeah, and
Because I was like,
I was happy about that too, and I'm hoping that him and Daenerys just accept that fact like it's nothing because
it's not nothing.
no, not like it's nothing,
Like
but
he's
like
the heir to the throne.
yeah,
It's
well,
kind of a big deal.
no, that's what needs to be acknowledged. Yeah, but like there's not enough time for them to like get
Care.
all weird about it or like care. And I think that like John's smart enough to realize that. I don't know how Daenerys is gonna take it.
Well, it was kind of what Sam said to Jon, like, because I think Jon was saying like I gave up my crown to defend my people, and he was like, well, do you think she will too? And I was like, no,
Probably not.
I don't think so.
That's the thing is she's gonna be weird about it, and I don't want to have to deal with the headache of like a fight between them when there's way more important things going on.
I don't think it will cause a fight, but I think that it will cause issues with what is this guy doing here?
Well, they're both Targaryens. I'd be like, why don't we just have like a joint rule type thing? Like, I'll be the king and you be the queen.
They
We'll
totally
both
could
rule.
do something like that. Also, someone said, maybe it was Sir Davos, one of my favorite characters, was saying, like, wouldn't it be great if once in our bloody history, if we just actually worked together?
Yeah.
I was kind of like, yeah. Like,
That's what I'm saying. Like, they don't
one
have
of the
time
most
to be like,
level-headed- Aw.
they don't have time to be like, this person's the, you know, like acknowledge it like Sam did, but then like, all right, let's
Well, the thing
focus on
is-
attack strategy.
The thing is, like, Jon Snow doesn't care that he's anything.
Yeah.
He didn't even want to really be king in the North. So he's not going to, like, want to rule instead of Daenerys. But, like I said, I think the people will care.
Yeah.
And I think they won't, like... I don't know. I think they won't be super pleased that she's going to be the queen when it technically should be him.
Yeah. I know. The people are annoying too when they're in the like kind of like courtroom scene, whatever. And that girl who, yeah, she's awesome, but like she's like, you left us, blah blah. Is nobody smart enough anymore to realize the bigger picture? Like they need to all see the White Walkers
Like
before they
need
realize.
allies.
Yeah, I'd be like, bro, he didn't abandon you. He's here now
Yeah.
with a huge army to save you guys. And she's like, we made you king of the North and you left us and I have abandonment issues.
I guess you just have to remember that these are fantasy people with their own fantasy culture. And as viewers, it's like,
Yeah, it's
who
frustrating.
cares?
Yeah, I know.
But in their culture, it's like, no, like, we
Right.
need a king. We named you king, and you were like, I don't want to be king.
Right.
So it's like,
No, I know. It
it's a
doesn't
little bit more than a kick
Yeah.
in the teeth.
it doesn't actually like bother me. And the show needs to create its conflict somewhere. But this is just this season.
But, like, everybody getting together and going to fight the White Walkers is what I have been saying needs to happen since episode 1.
Yeah, and
When
they're
it was
doing a good job,
confirmed
except
that they're back, and Ned beheads the guy for deserting, and I was like, oh, so this is a culture full of stupid people
yeah,
that would rather behead someone for telling the truth
right. That
than
was
actually
so dumb.
deal with a real threat. Yes, they didn't show up for like 4 or 5 more seasons.
Yeah.
But
Well, I don't know. If they just had iPhones and could just record the White Walkers, it'd be so
God,
much
that'd be
easier.
dope.
It'd be like, guys, here on the projector behind me in a moment, we'll be showing you our latest discovery. They've got a dragon. We got to focus. Then everyone would be like, yeah, we don't care about leaders. Let's just
I know, dude. I feel the same way.
But
Tyrion doesn't care about leaders either. He's
yeah.
just like, let's just stay alive.
This is just the season where, and there wasn't too much of it in the first episode, but this is really just the season where I don't have the patience for like pettiness. Like I don't have the patience for people arguing about minor things.
Well,
like
the good
I don't
news is that
I don't want to see it. It's gonna stress me out.
yeah, the good news is that with how many episodes there are going to be, there's not going to be that much time for.
That's what I'm saying. There's already not time for it, and it's bugging me the couple things that happen.
I feel like the show creators are smart guys.
Yeah.
They know that we haven't been waiting, what is it, like 9 years?
Yeah.
To see some, like...
I know.
To see politics.
Yeah.
Like, we've been waiting to see the giant fight... I miss Two Flowers. Between the people of Westeros and the White Walkers.
Yeah.
So that better be what we see.
I just want a mix of giant, intense battle scenes with cool things happening, not just like random violence. And it needs to be smart in some way. It needs to be smarter than me because I can't think of a good way to end it, obviously. But they need to be smart somehow, or they need to be hiding some secret that none of the fans really know or have predicted, unless you're like a hardcore fan.
I
wonder... it needs to not be Bran being the Night King.
If that's what happens, I've lost faith.
I mean, the theory, I watched a little bit of it. Like, the theory is more interesting than just, like, what you would think when you hear that. But still, it's like, I don't know. Something about him being able to go back in the past, and, like, something about him trying to save everyone by becoming the Night King and whatever. And I think maybe it's kind of like, you know how they said, like, if you go back in the past too long, you're stuck there, you can't stay. It's like, I think it's almost kind of like he decided to go back in the past or whatever to become the Night King, and he's stuck there, and maybe that's why Bran is so weird and disconnected now. And
like on autopilot,
and that he's kind of like the Night King, and maybe he's waiting to something sort of like that, maybe. Which, nah, I don't know.
I suppose they could make it cool.
That's what I'm saying. Something with Bran is gonna be cool because he's been so mysterious the whole time and not explained, and they can't just end the show without really, like, we need to understand as like a casual viewer, not just like someone who's gonna go into all these theories. Like, everyone needs to be able to understand what the deal is.
Like, what makes me feel good about it is, like, this is the show that made Hodor's death, if I can bring up that sore spot, like, the most mind-blowing bit of TV I'd seen in a long time.
I didn't see that. No one saw that coming.
And I was just, like, so in shock at the end of that episode. I was just like, that makes so much sense, like, within what the show has established. And it's so crazy to see that, like, it just explains everything.
No one could have predicted that.
Already accepted, like, Hodor is just this lovable goofball that is basically just transportation for Bran, who is actually pretty annoying in that whole season.
Yeah.
And so they pulled off something like that so amazingly. So I have high hopes for the end of the show.
Yeah.
I've also seen sometimes where, like, the show might be good, but the ending might be,
Yeah. And it's just, I'm a little nervous just after Season 7, because Season 7 was still epic and awesome, but certain parts were a bit of a letdown, and they weren't as smart as the Hodor thing, and I want all of it to be like that. Because people who say they predicted the Hodor thing, like, no one could see it come. Like, yeah, I saw it coming about 15 seconds before it happened when she said, hold the door. Like, when she said, hold the door, he didn't have to start saying it. I kind of put it together. I was like, Hodor, hold the door. Oh, my God.
I didn't
know that it was going to be some flashback from his
I'm
kid thing or
stupid.
whatever.
I didn't make any connection. My brain was like, hold the door kind of sounds like Hodor. And that was it. And I never... And then, I saw the rest of that scene unfold, and I was like... Oh, I was like, his name is Hold the Door. Like, everything that he is holding the door.
That was so sad.
It's been my least favorite death in the whole series.
Yeah, Oberyn for me was like number 2, maybe.
Oberyn for me was number 1 until Hodor, so yes.
Oh, because I thought for the longest time that he was just gonna be the guy to like just kill the mountain and just he was so good, and then he had him. They do that on purpose. That was such a good scene, and I've only seen it the one time, but he had him. Didn't he like taunt him or something?
Oh yeah. Oh,
Oh,
yes.
like he had him.
And like the mountain was so despised, so it was like, yes, he's gonna die, and then he doesn't. You're just like,
He did kill him though, didn't he? Technically.
no.
I thought the mountain had to get like brought back to life, kind of. Isn't he like a zombie?
I mean, I don't know what's up with him, but he's not dead.
He basically almost killed him though. Didn't he
Yeah.
like? What did he do? He like stabbed him or something with the spear.
The end of his spear was poisoned.
Yeah.
And the poison was some kind of... The dude, one of the King's Landing people explained it. It's like a flesh-eating thing. So they counteracted it so that he didn't die, but he's all
Yeah,
messed
he's
up.
like zombie. Yeah.
So I mean, he's as good as dead.
Yeah. Still stronger than everyone.
Yeah,
Did you know that he was actually the strongest man in the world?
I did know that.
We
Did you know that he has two brothers that are bigger than he is?
No, they're not
He's-
stronger than he is, but they're.
I don't know about stronger. Probably not. But
He did the competition, the like world strongman competition, and won it a couple years.
Yeah, that's awesome. He looks so funny next to like Lena Headey
Yeah.
because he's so much bigger.
I like him though. He's like I've seen him in like interviews and like they had this one thing where it was like funny like commercials that me and Hannah were watching yesterday from like Game of Thrones stuff, and they're all really funny, and he's in a bunch of them.
Yeah,
It's cool to see him not so scary.
I know. You know they had to recast him too.
What do you mean?
He's not. So the dude that we're familiar with being the Mountain isn't the dude that played him in like the first season when he fought the Hound.
Oh, yeah, I think I remember him being different.
Yeah.
The normal mountain is the one that's the strongest guy in the world. Yeah, the guy in the first...
Yeah. Who I don't know who that guy is, and I don't know why he had
That's
to be
right, I didn't
recast.
realize that. He was a different guy.
They've had to recast a small handful.
No,
of people.
the worst recasting was... I don't even have to say, I forget his name. Do you know what the worst recasting one was, I'm
I don't
assuming?
remember his name either.
The guy that Daenerys...
Yeah.
Why make him look
Darius or
so
something?
different?
Yeah.
He
They
had
didn't
such a
even try.
distinct look, and then you made him just look so boring.
And since I didn't know about the recasting until after the fact, I was just like, who is this guy?
You're just confused.
And I was
yeah.
like, why is the show
Why are they
treating
calling
it...
him Daria?
Yeah, I was like, why is this show treating me like I should know who this guy is?
Yeah, it really confuses things even more than it already is.
Oh, his pants came off and he got embarrassed and he blew up.
Nice! You're just breezing by those boss fights.
I think we just got another
That's what I
Infinity
know I was
Stone.
gonna say.
The Stone of 1,000 Truths.
We're getting Infinity Stones without even trying now.
Yeah, it should be the Yellowstone.
Yeah.
Yay!
Woohoo!
So we'll go ahead and give that to Greed, Yoshi, and... Man, I think we only need one more.
Yeah, we're getting there.
You got a Dream Gem!
Dream Gem.
I'll take that.
This purple one comes out of the water and just grabs it and dives
Flo-
back in.
Floating
Yeah.
face down the water. How did he get out there? Someone go get him! Purple Yoshi can't swim!
There he is!
Oh, there he is! He looks fine. Kind of goes against all the jokes we've been making about him.
Yeah.
I'm actually alive. Everything's good. How do they have that many already? They're
Roar.
like, we suck.
Yeah, like, how are we literally 2 minutes behind them every single time?
Oh, he's gonna ambush us.
You're stubborn.
I have a much better idea. Let's fight them and lose.
We'll hide out in front of the last gem, and then, like, that's been your plan the whole time.
I know. What's
the point of trying to go to every other gem? Just do that from the beginning. Just go
What
to
do we
the last
expect
gem.
to be different about it this time?
Yeah. So far, you haven't really had to backtrack to open up new areas, so we'll see.
Fortunate. Been really lucky. So... Oh man! Next time we'll go up and see what Big Dude wants.
Oh, shoot.
I'll make my way up there now!